We are back with Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughan talking about all things Greensboro. Remember, she is taking your questions. The number right there at the bottom of the screen, 336-379-5775. And this question says, does the city or police department plan on giving out locks for the guns?
I believe you can call GPD and get gun locks. I also, and I might not be right about this, that when you buy a gun now, they have to supply a lock. But if you need one, I'd call GPD and find out if they have them. If not, I will definitely talk to the police chief tomorrow and see about getting some in stock if people call that we can give them out.
And who knows, that might become part of that initiative
It
too,
could
that
be
you guys
with High
are
Point.
just doing that.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the Coliseum contract. There's been lots of news about how the new company is taking over. What's happening to the people who have jobs with the Coliseum?
I'm very pleased with OVG. I think they're going to be a great partner. They officially start July 1. We had 100 employees who worked with the city, Coliseum related. Of those 100, as of last week, 91 had accepted positions with OVG. Another 2 had decided to go to a different department within the city, and I'm not sure about those other couple. So we were really pleased that the very large majority of employees felt comfortable going to work with OVG.
Okay, aside from those jobs, what do you think the rest of us will see with this changeover?
You know, I don't think you're going to see anything as far as the day-to-day operations, and that's really what we want. We want it to be a seamless transition. I do think down the road what you're going to see is more concerts. We have great concerts already. I think we're going to continue to get them, maybe get more of them. I think that's probably the first thing, and I think you may see naming rights come. So that the Coliseum might actually be sponsored by somebody at some point. And you might see naming rights like at Tanger, how if you walk into Tanger, everything is sponsored by somebody. You might see that in the Coliseum as well, which is good because it helps generate revenue.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's talk about the Regency Inn. There was a plan for the Regency Inn to help with our those who are in need of housing. The first 2 things just did not work out. So where does it stand now?
They did not, and that's really unfortunate. I am a big supporter of permanent supportive housing. And what permanent supportive housing means is that people who are chronically homeless are given a place to live and all the wraparound services where they live. Unfortunately, we had 2 false starts. We partnered with somebody locally who had a track record of being able to do this. Unfortunately, they were not able to do it at the Regency. We found another partner, and that didn't work out for a variety of reasons. This is best practices according to HUD, and it happens in other communities around the country. I am confident that we will be able to find a good partner and make that happen, because ultimately that is the best solution for our chronically homeless population.
Okay. It is about 5:43 right now. Coming up at 6 o'clock, there is a city meeting at Bingham Park.
Well, it is at Peeler Recreation Center
about Bingham Park.
Yes. And that has been in the news quite a bit lately. Bingham Park is a park owned by the city of Greensboro that had a city dump, an incinerator on it. And they stopped it, I think, maybe in the 70s. And what they did was they just covered it up with dirt and walked away. Unfortunately, you know, what was buried is now literally coming up, and it is a site that is not safe for people to enjoy as a park. We have some alternatives, and one of them will be to dig up the waste at Bingham Park and to bring it to one of 3 locations. One of those locations is the White Street landfill. White Street was closed to municipal solid waste many years ago, but we take yard waste and we take construction debris, and because we have a lined landfill, we could accept the dirt, the contaminated dirt from Bingham Park. What we have to do is make sure that the neighbors surrounding White Street are comfortable with us using this as a solution. It would save millions of dollars if we could use White Street. But we will have somebody from North Carolina DEQ to be able to come and answer the questions of the neighbors.
Okay, and that is that's key, because it's not just, the city folks who have been briefed on what they think they can do, but it actually is the environmental folks from the state.
Yes, it's important. We want, we want somebody who is unbiased, who can come in and address the concerns of the neighborhood.
Okay, and that's coming up at 6 o'clock, so you'll be scooting out of here in just a little bit of time.
Doing the speed limit, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so what we want to do is we want to remind you we've got one more segment. It's really quick. It'll be right after this little weather forecast look. 379-5779 if you've got a question for the mayor.